Guo Huaping was a Chinese state security agent after Al Jazeera came up with a documentary that interviewed a China-born gambling tycoon who is currently being detained in Thailand. In that documentary, the businessman has a dossier of his fellow agents at the China Ministry of State Security, or the MSS, which include Go. Her files listed that her mother is Lin Wenyi and that her residence in Fujian province, when checked, turned out to be a local office of the Chinese Communist Party. The MSS is the principal civilian intelligence, security, and secret police agency of China and is responsible for foreign intelligence, counterintelligence, and political security of the Chinese Communist Party. As chairperson of the Senate Committee on National Defense and Security, I am particularly alarmed by this explosive revelation. Could this be a confirmation of what we have suspected all along, that our country now has a Chinese sleeper agents in our midst? Or could this revelation be just a ploy or another propaganda? This is a serious national security concern. There is a need to take a closer look into this and verify whether or not covert and illegal operations are being undertaken here as part of a foreign country's global influence operation. We must identify all those who exploited the vulnerabilities in our system, either for personal gain or for the benefit of a foreign entity, and make them accountable. Sa kaso ni Alice Go, kaliwat kanan na mga dokumentong lumabas patungkol sa kanyang tunay na pagkatao. Pero ang taong ito na dinidiin na siya ay Pilipino ay walang may pakitang ebidensya para patotohanan nito. Puro hindi ko na maalala. I invoke my right against self-incrimination at denial pa rin ang narinig natin. But one thing is certain, defending against malicious foreign interference should be a top priority. Whether Guo Huaping leads a double life is up to the defense intelligence agencies to pursue, and the Senate must be updated on any development. And I think it is also high time to pursue amendments to the 83-year-old Commonwealth Act number 616, or the espionage law. This representation has already filed Senate Bill number 2368, and discussions to expand the coverage to include cyber espionage and provide stiffer penalties are in order. As the Senate hearings come to a close, let us remind everyone that our investigations are not all for naught. This investigation has exposed the weakness in our system, and the hardest part of it is that foreign nationals, especially Chinese nationals, are caught abusing our system. Amid the refusal of witnesses to truthfully answer our queries, this committee has been successful in connecting the dots to paint a larger picture of the extent of illegal activities involving POGOs, possibly in cahoots with public officials. And this committee deserves all the praise for being instrumental in the cases filed against several individuals. Congratulations, Madam Chair. At sa usaping ito, muling napatunayan na walang lihim na hindi nabubunyag. Kahit gaano ka pa kagaling magsinungaling at magpanggap, lalabas at lalabas din ang katotohanan. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat din po, SP Pro Tempore. Any other opening statements before I show the Wang Fu Gui video and then we go into executive session?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Joel, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. First of all, good morning to everyone, especially to our dear colleagues here in the Senate. Let me, on the onset, commend our chairperson for leading this committee and this committee itself for unearthing a lot of very important information and initiatives to introduce in aid of legislation in helping our legislators, especially here in the Senate, to come up with better laws, more effective laws that will govern our beloved country. Madam Chair, mahaba-haba na rin po yung bilang at dami ng pagdinig dito sa Senado sa issue ng POGO. I again still remember that time when I first called for in the Committee on Labor, Madam Chair, yung biggest human trafficking scandal doon sa Clark Air Base that led to the arrest and pagkakakulong ng dalawang commissioner ng Bureau of Immigration. Marami na hong nalantad dito sa committee na ito, dito sa Senado. Masasabi, Madam Chair, na nalantad yung pong pambabalahura ng mga kriminal sa ating mga batas at maging sa ating bayan. Sunod-sunod na po yung mga kaso ng human trafficking, even killings, prostitution, torture, death bondage, forced labor, illegal detention, kidnapping, illegal drugs, etc. etc. Yung mga nadiskubre po dito sa mga pogo. At nagpapasalamat po tayo dahil ang ating Pangulo nung nakaraang SONA, tinuldukan po niya itong pogo. Legal pa, legal man o illegal. Pero hindi pa rin po natatapos yung problemang dala ng pogo na mas malala pa nga po ngayon. At tila baga hanggang ngayon kumikilo sila para impluwensyahan ang ating pamahalaan, ang ating gobyerno, maging ang mga elective officials ng pamahalaan. Mismong mga niluluklok pa nga po, Madam Chair, ng taong bayan sa pwesto ang nangunguna sa panloloko at pagpapalaganap ng krimen sa ating bayan. Nakakalungkot po na dumarami ang mga pogo-infested LGUs. Pogo politics represents a new form of corruption where candidates for the 2025 elections could be sponsored by pogos. Kaya maganda po na ang taong bayan, pinakikinggan tayo, sinusubaybayan dahil alam nila yung evils of pogo politics. Madam Chair, nakakasalukasok po ang isang kagaya ni Guo Huaping na napatunayang hindi tunay na Pilipino na nagpa-file ng Certificate of Candidacy para tumakbo bilang alkalde. This would be a mockery of our laws, especially considering that the Office of the Ombudsman itself already determined that she is perpetually disqualified from holding any government position. Hindi po tayo papayag, lalo ang Senado, at tinatawag natin ang atensyon ng COMELEC na agaran ng ibasura ang Certificate of Candidacy ng mga kagaya ni Guo Huaping. Nakakalungkot din po, nakita ko si Mayor Kalugay, napapirma ho natin dun sa waiver, pero yung pinirmahan niyo pong waiver, napaka-general. Lahat po ng blanco doon, wala ho kayong nilagay na kahit na ano. Napakasimple ho, 2 pahina noong waiver. Kaya parang for a show lang yung waiver. Kaya mamaya ho, we will pound on this. Kung totoo na gusto nyo na tapat at ipakita sa taong bayan na wala po kayong tinatago. Kayo na, paalala din po sa ating mga elected officials at mga ahensya ng gobyerno, bukod po sa sinumpaan ninyong tungkulin na magsabi ng katotohanan, meron din po kayong mabibigat na katungkulan sa bayan at sa mamamayang Pilipino. Muli po, Madam Chair, sa nalalapit na pagtatapos ng mga pagdinig ng committee na ito, umaasa po tayo na hindi lang mapaparusahan ang mga kriminal, ang mga sangkot sa napakasalimuot na aktibidad ng mga illegal na pogo, ay kung hindi man magkaroon na rin po ito ng maging dahilan din po ito ng paglilinis sa ating sistema para masigurong hindi na po tayo muling maloloko at mababastos sa sarili nating bayan. At higit sa lahat, maiwasan po at mapigilan natin na magkaroon ng mga pogo sponsored elected officials. Maraming salamat, Madam Chair and distinguished colleagues.
Maraming salamat din po, Senator Joel. Any other opening statement?
Yeah.
Senator Sherwin, you have the floor.
Maraming salamat, Madam Chairperson. Madam Chairperson, after many times of speculation, yung Al Jazeera documentary, yung kauna-unahang documentary na nakita ko, na merong detalye tungkol sa spying activities sa ating bansa. At nakita natin na ang POGO hindi lang ginagamit sa criminal activities, no, for human trafficking, for money laundering, torture. Ito na rin ang naging gateway sa mga ibang bansa para gumawa ng spying activities, surveillance activities sa ating sariling lugar. At ang nakakatakot dito ay na-penetrate ang ating political system. Si Guo Huaping tumakbo, nanalo bilang mayor ng isang bayan. Hindi natin alam kung saan pa siya pwedeng pumunta, congressman, governor, even higher office. At ganitong asset at ganitong access ng ibang bansa ay nakaka-penetrate na, nakakapasok na sa sarili nating political system. Talagang obvious na napakalaki ang mga gaps o butas ng ating sistema na dapat nating takpan. Isa na dito ay yung late registration birth certificate na naging daan para sa maraming kriminal maging pekeng Pilipino at gumawa ng krimen sa sarili nating bansa. At importante rin ang ating mga defense at intelligence agencies na tingnan ito ng masinsinan dahil ito ay dapat nating gawing eye-opener, magbukas ng ating isipan na dahil sa kahinaan ng ating sistema, nakakapasok ang ibang bansa sa sarili nating political system. Hindi natin pwedeng baliwalain ito. At importante na ang ating defense at intelligence agencies ay seryosohin itong bagay na ito. Maraming salamat, Madam Chairperson.
Maraming salamat din po, Senator Sherwin. So, bago kami bumalik sa executive session, colleagues at lalo na Ms. Guo Huaping, gusto ko panoorin ninyo ang video na ito. Ito pong si Wang Fugue. Nakasama niya si Shi Zhejiang sa kulungan sa Thailand kung saan siya nag-serve ng time para sa credit card fraud pero eventually acquitted. News articles po mula taong 2023 ay nagkokumpirma din sa kanya bilang dating inmate kasama ni Shi Zhejiang. May ipapakita po kaming mga Epoch Times na mga news articles na kinukumpirma siyang kasamang inmate ni Shi Zhejiang. Ayan po. And ngayon, ipapakita po namin sa lahat ang video ng nagawang Zoom interview kay Wang Fugue.
Can you tell us your full name?
My name is Wang Fugue.
Do you consent that this video will be shown in the Senate hearing? For better feedback, you can answer in Chinese.
Yes, we will fully support the hearings in the Philippines.
Mr. Wang, what is your association with Shi Zhejiang and how long have you known him?
我是他的狱友，我们是相互信任的朋友，因为我们在监狱里面生活1年半的时间，在我出狱后，受他的委托处理一些他解密档案的一些事务。
How did you come to access his files?
应该准确的说，是他给了我部分解密档案的权限，我也只是这些文件中的一个保管者。但每一个文件需要打开的话，都是要由佘志江先生本人的解密口令才能打开。
In the Al Jazeera documentary that just came out, you revealed that the file of Guo Huaping was found in the files of Mr. Shi Zhejiang. How did you come to the conclusion that Alice Guo or Guo Huaping is a spy based on the fact that her file is with Mr. Shi?
其实佘志江先生保管的解密档案的内容非常多，而且我也只是在他授权下解密了一部分内容而已。郭华平并不是什么特殊的，只是正好有一份他的国安背景的资料在里面。他的情况和佘志江先生有很多相似的点，我也只能说到这里了，因为我不是佘志江先生本人。按照我和佘志江先生的约定，我只能透露这么多了，抱歉。
When and how, if you know only that Guo Huaping was recruited to become a spy, Would you know the circumstances of her recruitment and why she was specifically recruited?
这个情况，佘志良先生在监狱中就跟我说了一些。首先，所有的国安招募的外勤特务都会有非常详细的背景资料调查，也有专门的黑客小组和同乡会、商会负责海外的资料收集，包括背景资料里面会掌握一些人的秘密和弱点，这也是国安在海外控制外勤的主要方法。比如郭华平的假菲律宾身份。就是这样的秘密和弱点，他只能听从国安的话。佘志良先生的经历也是有相似的特点。
As a spy, what was Guo Huaping's assignment? Do you know what information she passed to the Chinese government and what kind of a spy was she?
这些问题的话，需要直接询问佘志良先生本人，因为他是最主要的知情人。中共国安在招募海外特遣人员的时候，虽然包含专门收集情报的间谍人员，但是也有很多为了中国政府谋取政治和经济利益的，比如有些国家的官员和商人。
Who else in her family and associates are involved in the spying operations? And if you know the answer, in what ways are they involved?
这个内容的话，我目前没有权限回答你们了，因为太复杂，涉及的面非常广泛。我只能告诉你们，中国政府的胃口非常大，手也伸得非常远。
Can you try to explain to us how the casino, online gambling, maybe scamming businesses are related to the spying or espionage operations?
这些当然有关联的，这和中国政府旺盛的情报需求有很大的关系。还有一个就是这些和“一带一路”是绝对有关联的，而“一带一路”也是面向全世界庞大的统战和情报战略计划的一部分，包括对外的殖民策略。
Why do you think that she is telling the truth?
我是当然相信的。如果你们看了这些文件，你们也会相信。
To your knowledge, are there other Chinese spies in the Philippines?
每个国家的都有，而且并不完全是华人。我只能回答这些了。
In the Al Jazeera interview, she talked about a handler who was the go-between between Guo Huaping and she. Who is this handler? Is he also working for Yatai, or is he connected to the government? Is he the handler of Guo Huaping? So all things that you can say about him.
这个人叫马东立，他是中共的党员，他是佘志良先生的国安联络人，是红二代的身份。当然，他也有一个美国的身份，还有他是泰国华人协会的副会长。他在佘志良先生被非法诱捕之前，是亚太排名第3的高层。他很有可能是郭华平的上线。佘志良先生和郭华平之间的联系就是通过马东立。我也只能回答这些问题了，谢谢。
To your knowledge, was Guo Huaping planted here as a spy, like when she was a child, or did she first become very successful, then became a mayor, before she was tapped to work for the Chinese government?
郭华平的竞选本身就是中共国安安排的。
After the Al Jazeera interview, Mr. Wang, you had to move to an undisclosed location. Can you tell us why that was necessary?
这个是有必要的，因为不能小看中国国安的海外执行能力。我也希望听证会的议员们注意安全。
Have you tried to contact Mr. She after the Al Jazeera documentary? Were you able to get in touch with him?
佘志良先生目前因为揭露郭华平女士涉及的间谍事件，据悉已遭到了中国政府的严密打压。由于此事件非常的敏感，泰国监狱方面对佘志良先生实行的严格的监控，已经限制了他与外界的联系。
To the best of your knowledge, would she be willing to speak to Philippine authorities, Philippine government, if access to him was granted?
据我所了解，佘志良本人 对菲律宾的感情是非常深厚的，因为的话，他曾经说过，菲律宾给了他改变穷苦身份的机会，所以他很感恩于菲律宾。他本人也说过，他一生从未做过伤害菲律宾人民的行为，而且他在菲律宾所有的商业都是符合菲律宾法律的。
So finally, before we move back into executive session,
Can you tell
I
us your
wish to
full name?
express that we really need to talk to Sir Zhejiang and the DFA. Hopefully, should make it happen. Of course, mga kaibigan, we know that Wang and She perhaps have their own agenda and interests, and we are in no way exculpating them from any crimes that may have been committed. The committee also makes of record that it does not necessarily endorse the comments on the illegality of the arrest of Mr. She or its motivations, geopolitical or otherwise. Ngunit, kung mayroon silang sinasabi na posibleng may implikasyon sa ating national security, it is our responsibility to listen and to investigate further dahil the stakes are far too high. Ginawa po namin ang aming homework and we validated some of the verifiable claims in both the Al Jazeera video and Mr. Wang Fugue's statement. Halimbawa, we looked into the travel records of Shi Zhejiang and kumpirmado ko po na he has deep ties to the Philippines at labas-masok po talaga siya ng Pilipinas bago siya nakulong. And we also have the travel records of the mentioned Mr. Ma Dongli. So at this point, ito po yung binabanggit ko pong travel records ni na Wang Fugue at Ma Dongli. So pinapakita po travel records ni na Shi Zhejiang at Ma Dongli. So pinapakita po iba't ibang klaseng mga visa mula sa CEZA at iba pa over a long period of time labas-masok sa Pilipinas. Before we go into back into executive session, the chair recognizes the presence of Senator De La Rosa. Meron po bang opening statement bago tayo bumalik sa executive session?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You have the floor.
I just would like to emphasize
You have the floor, sir.
the importance of this hearing. Siguro in the previous hearings that we had conducted, hindi pa masyado na-appreciate ng Filipino people yung importance nitong hearing na ito. Marami nagsasabi na grandstanding lang yan ng mga senador. Gusto lang kuberan yung mga problema ng Pilipinas ngayon. Kaya dyan sila nakapokus kay Alice Go. Pero lately, Madam Chair, with that yung Al Jazeera report ay na-recognize natin na talagang hindi ito basta-basta na hearing na ibaliwalain lang natin. Kaya nga kahit tayo'y naka-break ngayon, ay still minabuti natin na pumunta dito because this has national security implications itong ginagawa nating hearing. Kaya, Madam Chair, before we go to executive session, I hope that Alice Go will bear it out sa ating because kung sabihin niya lahat sa atin somehow it will help him, it will help her a lot kung sabihin niya lahat sa atin at huwag na tayo lukuhin dahil mas matanda tayo sa kanya, batang-bata pa siya, kahit na sabihin mong seasoned na season or well-trained siya or yung pagka-train niya sa spy ay talagang magandang foundation, still you cannot break our experience as matandang Pilipino kumpara sa iyo, Miss Alice Go. Kaya I hope that you will declare everything during our executive session. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Salamat kaayo, Senator De La Rosa. So at this point, the committee will move into executive session with Ms. Guo Huaping. And I request all the other resource persons to stay on hand para sa resumption ng hearing natin mamaya. Hearing is suspended.